Global warming, am I right? I thought this is a better day than any to do this video because I am literally boiling over. It's great, it's a good time. Hello. Today I am doing a video on how to do your bit to save the planet. Global warming is very much real, very much happening right now. It's up to everybody to do their bit. It is a big thing that people say, is that like,
what can I do at this point? I am just one little human in this big fat human race and everyone's doing everything wrong. Just little old me isn't going to make a difference.
I think that thinking is kind of stupid, to be honest, because if everyone was to think the opposite of that, we would be able to turn this around. You know, it's little things done by many people is going to make a difference. Of course, it's the people in power who can make the big changes that can really sort of hopefully turn this around, but that is not saying that you shouldn't be doing everything you can. Obviously everything you can is a lot, but little things, just little minuscule lifestyle changes are how you can just make the little bit of difference yourself. I mean, what's wrong with that, you know? I did a really good bit of research, so excuse me if I'm looking down at any point, but I really wanted to like do this video justice in a way. I did a good bit of research here, so fingers crossed I can tell you some good shit. So 10 ways to do your bit to save the planet. Let's just get straight on. Number 1, no more wipes. This could be, you know, your simple skincare wipes, but it could be also like your cleaning wipes for your floors, antibacterial wipes, things like that. If we can cut down on those and, you know, use something else, the better the world will be for it. I've got an article that I'll link down below that actually tells you how bad they are for your skin, you know, the skincare ones. I know we all know that they are, but people's argument is that they're the easiest thing, but I really disagree with that. I mean, something as simple as a micellar water with organic cotton pads or a really simple cleanser, it really isn't that hard. I knew that they were bad for your skin and I knew that they were bad for the environment, but I didn't really know why. So I did a little bit of research. If you Google something called a fatberg, I'll put a picture here, but I think it's worth having a little look. These are the worst things in the world. Basically, fatbergs are an incredible blockage, mainly caused from wipes, and if you wash fat down the sink, it all congeals together and massively blocks the water systems. So in 2017, wipes were 90% of the material that was found in these blockages. So if you were to eradicate wipes, it would just like be the best thing ever. Not only do they cause problems for our water systems, they are one of the many things that are found in our oceans and cause long-term damage to the seas and the wildlife, and yeah, they're just a massive addition to the plastic pollution that we find in our oceans, which is not good very much. If we can stop using them, a-okay. Obviously I said that in terms of like skincare wipes, there's alternatives such as like micellar water and cotton pads. However, if we can, number 2 is kind of the alternatives to both the wipes but also majority of cotton pads. Now actually I was unaware that cotton pads are actually not good for the environment either. If you're not using organic cotton pads, which the majority of us aren't, I know I definitely wasn't, the cotton industry uses an immense amount of water, and actually some of the chemicals that they use to manufacture the cotton is really not good for the environment at all. The alternatives for this are either using organic cotton pads, which do not use these chemicals, or like me, you could get some reusable cotton pads. It's not just the way they're made, but it's the single use kind of nature of them. They're just kind of a one-use thing, you throw them away and you're just creating more and more and more waste. What I got was on eBay. I just got this little pouch. I think I have 20, and they just look like this. They're just these microfiber cloth cotton pads, and they come in this really handy machine washable or just washable bag. These just mean that you're not constantly buying more. These just go in the washing machine and then you can use them as many times as you want. All I do with these is I gently wash them in the sink, squeeze all the excess water out, and then they're good to go. And I'll put like all my toners, all my cleansers, everything on these. And I also use muslin cloths as well, because obviously you're not going to be disposing of them after one use, so that's really good as well. After doing some research for this video, I actually read up on bamboo flannels. There's actually like bamboo cotton pads and things. Bamboo is actually antibacterial and antifungal, so it's actually really good for your skin anyway. But also, once that flannel or cotton pad has reached the end of its life, bamboo is 100% biodegradable. It's just going to sort of naturally decompose, which is great. I wasn't really in the market because obviously I just bought those and I didn't want to just like needlessly buy. If you're thinking of like stopping using single-use products like that, then a bamboo flannel or a bamboo pad kind of thing I'd really recommend. So yeah. Number 3, no more or less single-use period products. If you're a lad and you're not really into this sort of chat, then just zoom straight on. I'll put a timestamp, but for anyone this applies to, let's have a little chat about period products. In the average human being's life, we use up approximately 11,000 disposable period products, whether that be pads or tampons. In our lifetime, 11,000. Now, if you count how many vaginas there are in the world, there's quite a lot. And so that is quite a lot of wastage and plastic pollution and a lot of non-recyclable material basically. So I would say nearly 2 years ago, I thought not really about that, and I invested in a menstrual cup. Now, when I've told my friends that I have a menstrual cup, they were quite flabbergasted. So, is it weird to show it? This is my little menstrual cup. Mine is an organic cup or whatever. So this cost me £22.84. That obviously includes the postage and things. Now, just keep this in my bedside table, and when I need it, it comes out to play. I'm gonna show it, because why on earth not? This is it here. Yes, this has been places you don't want to know, but it's completely sterile. It's completely like safe to use. I kind of wash it thoroughly with boiling water to, you know, dispose of any not niceness. I, as I say, have been using this for nearly 2 years now, and I have had no complaints, like no complaints whatsoever. In that time, I've probably bought a pack of pads for an emergency where I didn't have them, and at the end of the day, that is fine. What it has done has massively reduced the amount of waste that I am sort of buying into. If you're incredibly heavy in your periods, that's fine. Buy one of these and then maybe use less pads, but it's just the emphasis on lessening our wastage basically. And I cannot recommend this enough. I really can't. I change it once a day, whereas if I had like a tampon, it would get really uncomfortable and I would have to change it more so. This, I honestly barely even realise it's there. I shouldn't say this, but I fell asleep with it in once and it was absolutely fine. Obviously I wouldn't do that, but it means that you can put it in the morning, not worry once, and then when I get home, I sort myself out. I absolutely love this. I'll put the link down below. Have a little look into it. Give it a try. Like, give it a try, because it could massively save you money as well. Can't preach enough about the big fat menstrual cup. Number 4. Number 4 is no more spray-on deodorant. Again, I kind of knew in myself that spray-on deodorant was bad, but I was like, hang on, why? Although they said that they've become better for the environment, Whoa, hay fever, am I right? Spray deodorants contain hydrocarbons and compressed gas, which contributes to global warming. The basics of it are that every time you click that button, you're raising your carbon footprint, however slightly that may be. Well written, Jolie, a few weeks ago. I think they've become less environmentally damaging, but they are still environmentally damaging. So my thought process is when there's an alternative, why not just use it? Like, is it the worst thing ever? I'm not going to make myself out to be a saint. I think it was about 6 months ago I made the switch. I thought I'm going to really like trial out and see what the best one is. So I have a good few at Tom's, I bought a good few at mine, and by far what came out on top was the Mitchum, the big fat Mitchum. This is the Mitchum 48 hour protection roll-on antiperspirant and deodorant. This is in Pure Fresh. I would say this is probably my favourite scent. Don't really have a preference. Yeah, standard. It's very standard. This, you're not pressing any buttons, you're not releasing any gases, you're just rolling it on your pits and hoping for the best. That's kind of it. I don't know why. I think when I was younger my mum drilled into me that like sprays are way better at like not making you smell than roll-ons. It's really not the case. So if your mum is the same, try Mitchum and then tell me that it's not very good, because I think it's the best. Number 5, not number 10. Number 5 is choose the Greggs vegan sausage roll. Let me explain myself. Let me just read from this, because animal agriculture is responsible for around 13 to 18% of human-caused greenhouse gas emissions globally. Becoming vegan, or at least cutting down your personal meat consumption, would massively help. Now, I am not telling you to become a vegan. I am not a vegan myself, but I think we could all have a meatless night every week. Try and up that to 2 meatless nights every week. Basically just reducing the demand for meat, even just by a little bit, by doing your bit, by not eating absolutely loads, is an absolute belter of a thing. And if you could just give it a go, and things like alternatives that taste exactly the same, if not better, such as the Greggs vegan sausage roll. Why not just get the alternative? Let's just give it a go. Let's see how it is. Is it the worst thing ever? No. I had it the other day and it blew my little mind. And I will now never be having a meaty one versus a vegan one. I'll always go for the vegan, because why not? So that is my spiel about that. Completely doing a U-turn here. Number 6, don't buy a dress for every night out. This one is basically the emphasis on trying your absolute best to stop single-use fashion. I have really bought into this. As of late, I've really stripped back on my shopping, like majorly. I feel like all the talk about how the world is just like years away from blowing up has kind of put me off a little bit. This is not saying like don't ever treat yourself, don't ever shop again. That is not the case. If you would have like a barbecue on the Saturday, you're going on a night out on Wednesday, and then you've got your mum's christening on Friday, do not buy a separate outfit for each one. What I would really massively recommend is shopping your stash. When I did my massive declutter, watch it here, I discovered things that I had not worn in absolute years. They'd come back into fashion, they were like tip-top looking good. I could easily wear it again because I haven't worn it in years. I cannot recommend that enough. I truly can't. Yeah, so the reason that the fashion industry is really impactful to the environment,
the various productions and distributions of crops, fibres and garments used in fashion all contributing to different forms of pollution, water, air and soil.
basically it's the devil. So the less we can shop the fashion industry, the better. But that is not saying that you can't like enjoy fashion, you can't buy fashion. Buy ethical brands, buy good materials, buy things that are gonna last you, and that's kind of it really. Number 7 is a very simple one, and that is use less water. Now people always tell me this. Again, I was like, why is that again? I don't really know. So the basis of using less water is basically the need to use less energy, reduce your carbon footprint, and that is what's really important. So ways to use less water. Turn your bloody tap off when you're brushing your teeth. It's really simple things. I'm gonna majorly TMI you right now. If I need a wee and I'm about to go in the shower, I'm not gonna go for a wee, flush the toilet and then go in the shower. I'm gonna go in the shower and I'm gonna pee in the shower. Science. Little life hacks that are gonna save the planet. Number 8, turn off the lights if you're not in the room. It's really simple things, but it's what makes a difference. It's the exact same thing as water. It's reducing your carbon footprint, little things, so turn your bloody light off. And number 9, reduce that plastic pollution. Get yourself a goddamn reusable shopping bag. God damn it, we're living in the 21st century. There are so many really pretty tote bags out there, you know, those like really cute looking but like eco-friendly. There's them lush like rope kind of shopping bags. I've been looking out for one of them because I just think they look nice more than anything. And when someone's like walking about with like an orange, an apple, you know, they're like veg, I just think they look hella nice. And number 10, be a bus wanker.
Bus wankers!
Don't use a car if you don't need to. Obviously, massive pollutant in greenhouse gas emissions, and it just pollutes the air and it kills the ozone layer, basically. So if you can carpool, so we have less cars on the road, if you jump on a bus, jump on the metro, let's just, you know, let's just help out where we can. I went on the bus today actually, and it only cost me £1, and I was like, love this. That is my quick, sharpish 10 ways to do your bit to save the planet. If we all do them, we'll all be living in a better world, and we're not gonna die in like 5 years, because I already feel like it's getting too hot. When is it ever this hot? It's not right. If you enjoyed this video, give it a cheeky thumbs up. If I've changed your life in any way with this video, obviously I have, comment it down below, and have a cracking day, and let's try not all to burn it in a horrendous planet fire. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.